И Фати, удар 3-0. Вот это да.
Away well. And Usain Bolt now trying to catch him. And now Bolt surging to the lead. Stung by the shot. Oh, Sergei Lebedev. The Chesney throws it away.
We welcome you to another mouth-watering edition of your favorite sports show, Sports Hour, coming to you live from the Advent Cable Network Nigeria in the nation's capital of Abuja. My name is Olushola Lujide.
I am Olawale Ayeni, and it's great to have you join us this beautiful morning where we'll have a whole lot of sport stories for you, right from the Super Eagles camp to athletics to the Euro 2020 that is currently going on right there at Defense Center. But for now, we'll take a breather, and when we'll come back, we'll kick start the show in earnest.
Thank you for staying tuned, and you're welcome back. So yeah, we'll be starting with the international friendlies where Kenneth Roy has cautioned the MPFL team players for the Mexico friendly to not go for self-glory. He has admonished them that they must play as a team, not play, as individuals. That's the best way they can, get the maximum result. I mean, the result against Mexico. And he said something that you cannot use home-based players to play and defeat Mexico, because, of course, General is not the one that will coach this particular Super Eagles. They're going to be coached by Austin Eguavon. And these particular Eagles are they're all from the home-based, for the Nigerian Premier League. 25 of them actually, but only 22 will go to US for the friendlies. So let's talk about the international friendlies right now, where the Super Eagles will go to US to play against Mexico. And you interviewed Roy yesterday and everything. So let's just get a feel of the training session yesterday.
Of course, they started training at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Package B, which about 20 players were already, getting to prepare for that particular round. Austin Eguavon was the man that handled the team yesterday, and he was supported by Paul and that particular one. And Gunetro, having watched the players train, he actually came out to say that the players are very, very fit with the level of fitness he has seen in the player. That the players are very, very fit. And
he was glad to see two of his players.
Of course,
talking about Anayo.
Anayo has not joined the training due to the Abia Warriors and the Imba match yesterday. Yes. And hopefully that they will be joining the team today. And news actually not coming from the Super Eagles camp, because when I interviewed Roy yesterday, he said the boys need to train at on a natural grass pitch. At this point in time, I got exclusive news that the boys will not train at the Abuja National Stadium again. They're expected to move to the mini for them, because there is a natural grass there, so they will actually train on that natural grass before they jet out to play Mexico. We know have the video.
Yes, we have the video. So let's play the video for our viewers.
Training this morning has a level of preparation for the team. We know they'll be playing Mexico later next month.
So I'm watching the training. I'm not the coach of this team. The players seems to be fit. They have now the rhythm of the competition, and I saw again some players who were already with my team. So it's always good to see them again. They seem to be in a good fitness, and yes, it is here. It's a synthetic pitch, and they have to play on the natural grass. So I hope that we can find a natural grass for training. And I think 2 or 3 players are still missing because they have a match today from Enimba, but they will arrive after the game. And I want to monitor everybody and to see if there is somebody who can come to help us in the A team.
Okay, what will be your message for the team as they face Mexico in July?
The message is at first to play a collective football and not to do a one-man show. Sometimes they want to show special things because I'm watching them, but I want them to play for the team and to play for the country. And they're all motivated, they're all happy to be here. It's a privilege to represent Nigeria in the US against Mexico, which is
So that is the Super Eagles coach, Kenneth Roy, but he is not going to be in charge of the Eagles game in US against Mexico.
I feel that was for me. I don't see why the Nigerian Football Federation will actually not want Kenneth Roy to actually sit out in this particular match due to the fact that a certain technical director, Coach Austin Eguavon, will be the one to lead the side. We know that Yobo does not have a coaching license, so he cannot stand at the sidelines for that particular game. But so many people have been, clamoring that is it because that they don't want to roll? If eventually they get to lose the match, they will not blame it on Coach Kenneth Roy.
But this particular match is not going to affect FIFA ranking at all. It's just a friendly, so there's not going to be any importance. But I asked somebody yesterday if they could invite 25 players, why was Musa not invited? So they said Musa is not an home-based player.
But he plays for Kano Pillars.
He's not a home-based player. Okay.
Of course, let's just move next to our next story. We talks about athletics. When Team Nigeria will be eyeing to get their Olympic relay ticket when they compete at the Lagos State Athletics Open, which will be happening today right there in the City of Excellence. GD, we saw them during the national trials. They were not able to get the desired point for them to qualify for the Olympics, and now this is another big opportunity.
Not the big opportunity,
the last
opportunity for them.
The window will be closing on the 29th, yes. And I'm not sure, there's not any event that's been reported that is going to happen before that 29th. This is
the last opportunity for them to get the ticket. According to the new AFN president, talking about Tomoko Okowa. Okay. Yes, at least he was there, the fractional president, and the Lagos State Athletics Federation chairman, Mr. Alao. So they're all optimistic that the Team Nigeria will get the relay ticket for the Olympics. So now they just need to make up the time, because other countries have made up the time. Of course. So our qualification right now is a little bit shaky because we need to beat the time of those who are ahead of us before we can qualify. Of course. And I think they need 10 countries. So if they need 16 countries to actually qualify for the Olympics. Yes, 16 countries, sorry. Then if we are on 17th position right now, assuming, we need to beat the 16th person country to qualify. Because the time, even though just by a second, 1 second or 1 millisecond, we need that second to qualify. And then with this Lagos State Athletics Championship meet, it's we are going to see which as you said, which will start today. The likes of Blessing Okagbari. She has only qualified. Rosemary. She has qualified for 100 meters, 200 meters. She will be going for the relay 4x1, 4x4, 4x2. So hopefully we should. So we just need to beat that time. Because we Nigeria we have an affinity with relays. Yes, of course. Yeah, even though we don't do too well. Even our good medal has come from relay events. Yes, even though we don't do too well like that, but then we know the impact we play when we are on the tracks. Yes, of course. If it's 100 meters, we might not do too well there, or 200. When the likes of Jamaica, the likes of when it comes to relay, at least we always put our efforts to ensure that we get to the finals of the relay competition, of the relays. So our prayer right now is for the girls and the guys as well too, for both to ensure that they win, they get this ticket to Tokyo. If not, I don't know what happened again though, because our chances of getting medals will reduce.
Then it will actually reduce.
That means our chance of getting medals
for individual. But no doubt about it. Blessing Okagbari, she has been terrific this season.
Now she's the second fastest woman in the world.
A build up to the Olympics, she has been impressive. We just hope that she keeps that momentum, going into the Olympic Games. Also, athletes like Divine Oduduru, Raymond,
those guys, they've only qualified
to ensure that
and they all qualified for the individual race.
Not living is a Brume and to be
yes. So we have a good athletes that represent Nigeria in Tokyo, but now it's just for them to get the maximum minutes and points for them to get to the final ticket. So away from athletics, let's go back to football, where a one-time Super Eagles coach, a one-time Super Eagles international as well too, he has coached Nigeria and he has played for Nigeria as well. Talking about Samson Siasa, we all recalled when he was given a life ban about 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago for bribery and corruption. Allegation. But then he was banned for 5 years he had a life ban. But then early this week, he was able to appeal. He has been appealing for a very long time, and CAS has now said, okay, you are banned for the next 5 years.
Can we just say Siasia floods fever in that particular one, because we know that there was a settlement that was sent to him that he didn't read.
According to him, he said the mail was in his spam. And he didn't check his spam.
Of course.
Well, normally Nigerians don't check spam because so the mail entered into his spam. He did not check, and so that was where his problem started. So if he had seen that mail, he will have able to so he was able to appeal the judgment, and because they felt that since he did not go through, he didn't go through with it. Okay, let's just give our viewers a brief rundown of what actually happened. A particular man approached Samson Siasa to influence him to, for match fixing thereabout. In Europe, there's always a match fixing. We believe there are match fixing. So a particular man is quite notorious when it comes to fixing,
setting people up.
So Siasa, of course, was approached by this man and to fix a particular match, and he did not go through with it. According to Siasa, he said he did not go through with it, but then that man had already set him up.
And the matter now went to FIFA.
And
FIFA didn't actually get to
he was sent a mail.
Response.
They sent him a mail to respond to that allegation, but the mail was sent to him, but he did not see that mail, and the mail had a timeline for him to respond. So by the time he just woke up, he was banned. So he had to now go through his mail. He now saw the mail, but it was too late.
It was fine.
So it was assumed for him not to reply that he was guilty.
Of course.
But over the years, he appealed, and I think they fined about over 23 million naira.
That's $50 million.
$50 million. Over $50 million.
Yeah, $50 million.
Yeah, and it was 50 million naira.
$50,000.
Yes,
sorry, I beg your pardon. $50,000.
What would you say?
When you need to $50 million. $50,000. I beg your pardon.
You want to ruin it. That was about 23 million naira, and he had to look around, for money to appeal against that life, and because his livelihood
depends on
football. Yes, a football club, he could not run that football club again.
The academy also.
The academy could not run it. All these endorsement deals were almost, his life was.
Even to show up at football events.
He cannot even coach, So
but at this point,
but lucky for him now, he has been the ban has been reduced by 5 years, starting from when it was initially.
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
So from 2024, he will be, be allowed to participate.
And if he has good lawyers, because when I spoke with him, he said he cannot speak with me now. That he has to speak with his lawyer first.
The lawyers are still, understanding.
Yes. So maybe they'll go again and go and reappeal for the ban to be lifted
And just to let our viewers know, he will not be paying the $50,000.
Yes, he will not be paying. He will not be paying, even though he had raised the money. But of course, he will keep it in his pocket.
Okay. So let's just talk about the Olympic Games, where Japan has boosted Team Nigeria with 80 badminton rackets. It was presented to the Badminton Federation of Nigeria, to the chairman, Badminton Federation of Nigeria, talking about Francis Obi, at the Package B of the Abuja National Stadium. 80 badminton racket was given to Team Nigeria ahead of the Olympic Games. We know that Nigeria will be competing in the women's single and also in the men's double. We qualify for the men's double for the first time in our history, where we make a return to the badminton event in the Olympics after 12 years. Do you think, with the kind of players we have, Dokas, Adeshokon, and the likes of Peyemi or so, do you think they can deliver a bronze, even though it's a bronze medal for the country?
Remember, these girls are going to Olympics for the very first time.
That's Adeshokon.
Yes. She'll be going to Olympics for the first time. The three of them actually.
Yes, they're going to the Olympics for the first time.
And they might be overwhelmed by the fact that they are on the world stage to meet more experienced players and athletes.
No doubt about it. Japan is a very, very good side because they are rated as the number one team when it comes to badminton in the world, and hopefully they will be playing the likes of Japan and the rest of the world. Hopefully they should actually bring something home in that particular. But anyway, this should be like an exposure for them. For me, we should not expect a whole lot from the team, but
we shouldn't expect, because these girls, we shouldn't expect them to bring any medal home, because it should be more or less for them to go and understand the how it is to play on the world stage. They've not played international football, international badminton, except for Africa on African stage. So these are first international outing, and we should not put pressure on these people to deliver the goods for Nigeria. They should just go to Japan, to Tokyo, and express themselves. Maybe they could be the dark horses that can bring us some medals, but then we should not expect them to give us all the medals from badminton. But good one to the Japanese embassy, who donated 80 badminton rackets. That's a very massive gesture from the embassy to Nigeria and to the Badminton Federation.
People have sent the video where our own man that's talking about Francis Obi defeated the Japanese ambassador.
Oh, okay.
In the novelty match.
Yes, in the novelty match. And of course, the Japanese ambassador was there as well too. I can't pronounce his name actually.
Let's leave it there.
Let's just leave his name there. But it was there. They played a small game together, and of course our own president, so chairman, defeated the ambassador. So now leaving badminton, let's go to transfer gist, where Victor Osimhen, our star boy, and Chukwueze, the wizard, their financial value has dropped ahead of the transfer window, which is opening very, very soon. We know Osimhen and Chukwueze, they are two of the brightest stars we have in the Super Eagles, and they are very, very instrumental and important in the club side. But of course, they did not perform too well last season, even though Chukwueze was one of the highest assist king in the Europa League last season. But then their financial values has dropped.
Of course, according to the transfer market, Osimhen, who joins Napoli for 81.3 million euro, his value has dropped 38% to 50 million euros. The 22-year-old scored just 10 goals and made 3 assists.
He had COVID-19, he passed it,
And it's not just for Osimhen and Chukwueze, also value for Alex Iwobi, Samuel Kalu, and here Onyekuru has actually dropped.
And most players value will drop, except for players like Cristiano Ronaldo, that his value can never drop no matter what.
Chukwueze own dropped 33.3%.
Because he didn't play for a very long time.
13 million euros to 20 million euros, while the likes of Onyekuru from 13 million euros to 7 million euros. Those are the margins.
Let me ask you, what's your value, Wale?
My value right about now. I'm a terrific striker. I don't want to start
let me not disgrace you.
But if PSG want to come and sign me, of course, they can come and meet Miss Phoebe here. She will ask them to pay about 250 million pounds for.
Let me not disgrace you. I can remember the 2 balls we were given when we played the match recently.
But you know
you,
scored.
you know,
I scored.
only one out of 5 chances.
Out of 5 chances,
we gave you good balls and you missed. So let me not disgrace it.
Out of 20 chances, you will not score one.
Please.
Let's go to our next story. Olympic drama as athletes reject result in that particular one. The national trials that was held in Lagos, one athlete had come out to say that is not
his result.
My result. As I was talking about Mercy Ibire, she has come out to say the result that she was, given to in that particular one was not a result. We know that
how would she know results? Was she timing herself when they were running?
No, when she was jumping, she did, according to her, I jumped my personal best, that is talking about 6.52 meters at the national trials, but about 6.52, about 6.64 meters was given to me. Am I mixing this up?
Okay, so the thing now is that the Olympic trial that held in Lagos last week is causing rancor because some players, like some athletes, are complaining that the result that they were given to them is not their result, and this is now causing a little bit of issues within the federation. That's talking about the National Olympic Committee, because these athletes, they feel that because they've trained so much, they've trained so hard, and they beat a particular like this girl that he's talking about. She jumped high, but then
she was rated low.
So it's going to be a very painful thing for her.
Yes.
And
she actually came third behind AC Brume, who actually jumped 6.64 meters, and also Ruth Osoro, who jumped 6.56 meters in that particular one. These are for her. She's actually not devastated with that particular result.
If she can able to prove,
even in the athletics events where they're like saying that the win actually reduce some time from the athlete and all that. So I think that the Nigerian Athletics Federation should look into it and ensure that they rectify that, because that will actually increase our ranking in the world. So we hope
so
that
if you can able to prove the fact that she was robbed, of course we wish her the best. And
even it was even reported that Toby Amuson actually broke the 100 meters hurdle record, the African record, but the timer in that particular race didn't work. But she, according to her own personal time, she actually broke that record. But they can't actually get to upload it because the timer didn't work for her in that particular race.
They should use their own time.
They can't use their own time. It's not official. It's not official, and it's not.
Which is sad, because we are having an international meet, and then what you use to rate these players malfunctioned. That is going to be disappointing. It will kill the morale of these athletes, and we will urge the people responsible for all these kind of things to ensure that every material needed, how can a timer that you put on the floor not work, that will time the player, these athletes, as the start from the blast of the gun to the end, is not working enough to time these players. So all the effort they have put in the past to achieve this record has been wasted. So that means you don't have to get the record, they have to go back and have a timer that will work. But what's the assurance that if they go back, they're able to meet
that time?
That time.
So sad for them.
So sad, but they are putting all the effort. So we urge all the people involved, all the people that has to do with record taking, should do their job.
Of course, they should do their job.
And we will do our job to expose you. I will praise you if you do well.
She's talking about doing jobs. The Kwara, state government has been backed by the Saraki team. That's talking about the ABS of Kwara. Bukola Saraki FC has asked as the state Sport Council to give them on to the end of the 2020-2021 NLL season for them to be evicted from the Kwara State Stadium. At this point in time, the state, the Bukola Saraki FC was evicted from the Ilorin-based stadium.
That's Ilorin Township Stadium.
Just into the NLL season. Not too bad.
There's a political rivalry between the Kwara State governor and the Saraki and Bukola Saraki. We all recall how the Kwara State government demolished their family house, and so there's been a kind of acrimony between both men, and it seems to me it's childish. Now, Saraki Football Club, that's ABS, has been using the Ilorin Township Stadium as their home stadium in the last for the last years, and you're not ejecting them from the stadium. So where do you want them to go and play their football?
They want to give you the excuse that since Kwara United is using that as an MP they should give enough room.
It is not an excuse.
I know
look at Aqua United and Dakada FC.
Yes,
they play in the nest of champion.
Yes,
when Dakada FC, when Aqua United is playing home, Dakada is playing away.
Yes.
When Dakada is playing home, Aqua United is playing away. Yes. So nothing stops. And these two clubs are Premier League. I'm talking about the Premier League FPL clubs, but nothing stops Aqua United and ABS to use the same stadium. While ABS is playing away, Aqua United will be using it as home. We have seen the same place. We have seen AC Milan and Inter Milan use one stadium.
Yes.
And there was nothing. So this is San Siro Stadium. But now, because of the rivalry, the particular rivalry between the state governor, sadly, and the former Senate President, Bukola Saraki, it is not affecting. Why should these men go this low to deprive youth of their livelihood?
Let me just read,
show of power.
Let me just read the statement signed by the administrative secretary of the club that is talking about Fumilayo Owolabi. He said that he wished to correct the impression that we were evicted because of our refusal to pay rent for our office facility, as we had no proud discussion or any request by the Kwara State Internal Revenue Service to pay for the facility.
So everything just points out to the political rivalry between the state governor and Bukola Saraki.
Don't you think this will actually affect?
It's going to affect
the performance of Bukola Saraki FC in their quest to gain promotion to the.
It will affect them because not the. I don't know much about Kwara State as per their facilities, so I don't know which other facilities they have that they can use, except they're going to use a primary school field or a secondary school, or they'll go and buy land and just do. I don't know what they're going to do.
Window dressing.
But it is now the club is now begging the Kwara State government, okay, give us to the end of this season. Let us get this ticket. So I pray now that they are able to prevail on the state government to allow them and finish their season in the stadium, and then when the season ends, then they can now find a way to look for a new home. And then because Saraki, he has the funds, he should be able to do a mini go project.
Even a stadium, he can actually build a stadium.
A mini go project.
The likes of Ifeanyi has his own stadium. Yeah. I see no reason why he can actually build.
If there's a form of a good project like we have in Abuja, in Kwara, he should do it. So it's nothing. But then let this Kwara State government allow ABS to finish their season. Then they cannot be punished.
Yes, of course.
Court. Okay, so let's now go to the trending news right now in the world, which has to do with Euro 2020. Yesterday night, it was a moment of suspense, a moment of fireworks, a moment of there were confusion. The group F table. In fact, on my phone, if Germany scored, when I was doing it, I was looking at the table. The change, Portugal was first. They dropped to last. Hungary was first. The table was just changing, and until it got stabilized at one point when the final whistle was blown. And I was shocked when the Hungary that you said on your show,
going to go home,
hungry. Yesterday, I was speaking with my editor and everything, and I said to them that there was no way that Germany will lose against Hungary. I have eaten my words. I was shocked when I saw 1-0 first. I said, what?
No doubt about it. They are a very, very good side. The Hungary team, they are very, very good side. We saw them, going up against Germany in that particular one. But Germany playing in front of their own fans, no doubt about it. I don't want to give all their best, but it was a very, very interesting game yesterday. We saw how Germany came back in that particular one.
To get
also, I was impressed with the game between France and France.
a game of penalties.
Of course.
Where
I predicted that Ronaldo and Benzema will score, and they didn't disappoint.
Benzema was the man of the match.
Of course.
For
so
his
happy
two,
for him.
for 2 goals. His 2 goals, he scored after 6 years absence from the national team. So he came back on stage, he scored a penalty, and of course a goal. But one man who never stopped scoring. Like we said last week, he has a goal scoring machine in his legs. Yes. And in his body. One man who has now scored 109 international goals. And of course, we are talking about a man called Cristiano Ronaldo. I just simply love this guy. There's nothing on there that nobody can stop me from loving this man, because he's not a boy now.
It's 109
goals, international goals.
Yeah, and hopefully he will
score.
Supersede that
and he joined Iran Ali Day, who played between 1996 and 2003, and scored 2003 and 1996 to 2003. And he has congratulated Ronaldo that he is very sure that Ronaldo is going to beat his record. And I'm 100% sure that Ronaldo will beat this record next game when they play against Belgium.
There's going to be fireworks in that particular
Ronaldo is the highest goal scorer right now in Euros.
In Euros, yes.
He has broken Miroslav Klose's record of 18 goals in the Euros. He has now scored 20. He has scored 21 goals now in Euros. That's a lot for one man that has refused to age.
He keeps breaking records at the age of 36.
In club football, he's in the old club, is the highest goal scorer.
And now
in Portugal, is the highest goal scorer. In Madrid, is the highest goal scorer in record. In Champions League, is the leading goal scorer.
Of course.
This guy cannot just stop scoring. Please, can we, wherever you are, please just clap for this. Just clap for this man.
Ronaldo.
He can't just stop scoring.
No doubt about it. The round of 16 is out already, where the first game will be Belgium. We host Portugal in that particular one, while England we host Germany at the Wembley Stadium. Croatia we host Spain, while Italy will play Austria. Wales we face Denmark, a certain team that Eriksen will be out of that particular one. Netherlands will play Czech Republic. Sweden against Ukraine, while France we host Switzerland, and that's a particular one. That round of the match, round of 16. We know that the mouth-watering clash here, no doubt about it, is going to be the match England versus Germany, Belgium versus Portugal.
I don't see England Germany as a tough match, because Germany did not be playing so well in the last few years.
They might actually not come to the party in that particular
so I don't see Germany is England.
Okay, let's just say, for me, let's just say the big match will be Belgium-Portugal.
Of course, Portugal are the defending champion.
And Belgium, they are the number one. At this point in time, their qualifying games, 10 matches, they scored. They actually won all the 10 matches. In their group game, 3 matches, they won all their group matches. Now, going into a certain defending champions,
Portugal, they were third on that table, but they qualified as
one of the
best losers.
So at this point in time, they are going to be playing defending champions. Do you think Ronaldo can save Portugal in the hands of Kevin De Bruyne, a certain Romelu Lukaku, who is fired with all cylinders?
I remember there's someone they called the man they called Pepe, a 38-year-old defender who is still on top of his game and who's marshalling that defense. And is very physical, is going to play. I'm rooting for Portugal
to
win.
For them to continue their fairy tale, or Belgium, who has been very terrific. So let's just go Belgium, Portugal. Who do you see winning? Portugal. Okay, you say Portugal.
I say Portugal.
I will go for Belgium due to the fact that they have been very, very impressive this season. No doubt about it. Teamwork is there. Kevin De Bruyne has been top-notch, fire with all cylinders, throwing deadly passes.
He's not firing all cylinders. He's only giving killer passes.
Lukaku has been firing with all cylinders. He has scored in all their 3 group games. So I expect him to actually not come to the party. He and Kevin De Bruyne
there's one man that we are failing to point out in the Portuguese team. Talking about Renato Sanchez, that black guy.
Of course,
that guy contained one man that everybody could not contain. Talking about N'Golo Kante. Sanchez curtailed, contained, and pocketed N'Golo Kante.
But no doubt about it, I feel when it comes to department by department, the Belgium has the upper hand than the Portuguese team. No doubt about it.
No, I disagree with you when it comes to striking force.
Keeping for keeping. Striking force. Who do you want to compare? Do you want to compare a certain?
You want to compare Lukaku with Ronaldo?
Ronaldo is not the top 9 now. Ronaldo is playing from the wings.
But he's the top guy. But he's the main striker. He's the main man in the team. So you cannot compare Lukaku. But you cannot compare Rio Patricio with Courtois. They are different. Courtois has a better standing than Rio Patricio. But when you talk of the defense, there's a certain Pepe there who is mentioning that defense well. Of course, there's a certain Bamalin who's giving them that whatever experience. But yes, no doubt about it. Both sides are apart. So the midfield. The midfield. Yes. Of course. Forget we have Bernardo Silva, who's a teammate to Kevin De Bruyne. We are going to watch the match, and hopefully, if God keeps us alive, we are going to analyze the outcome of that particular match. But we'll go to the next picture. England versus Germany. This is a cracker. This has been perennial rivals right from the ages, from the 1880s thereabouts to this time. Who do you think are winning this particular time? England has not been consistent. Same thing, Germany has not been consistent. But looking at the caliber of players they have, I'll give it to England to beat Germany. Germany, I don't know what's wrong with Germany, but then for Croatia,
Germany can actually pick up the pieces and
they can, but then based on
of course they'll be playing at the Wembley Stadium, so England should have a whole lot of home support from the crowd. But I still expect fireworks to actually come from that particular match. For me, I would tip Germany to win that particular encounter.
But looking at Croatia, Spain right now, yes, though Spain were able to win their group, and Croatia they managed the crowd into the second round. But I will still pick Spain over Croatia. I will pick Croatia due to the fact that they have well-experienced players in that mix. Spain came with a whole set of new players, just about handful of their old stars that we know before. Even though I wanted Spain out from the group stage for taking out, for not bringing any Madrid player. But I feel Croatia will actually go with the likes of Luka Modric, Perisic, Kramaric, Rebic, the certain Mandzukic also is there. All the team is also there, so I expect them to win. Spain is a youthful team. I don't see them actually doing well in that particular match. Italy, Austria, where we have our own Nigerian, David Alaba. No doubt about it. Austria, they were shaky. They actually qualify from that group, but Italy has been very, very impressive. They've won all their matches in that particular one. They are the side I'm seeing them getting to the final because they have a formidable team that have been playing well throughout the group stage and also through the qualifiers. One of our producers said, "I is David Alaba in Nigeria." Yeah, he's a Nigerian. His father is a Nigerian, and his mother is, I think, Japanese or China or whatever she comes from Asia. Same way they have Bukayo Saka playing for England, and they have Nigeria. They have Nigerian blood. So Italy, Austria. Who do you pick? Yeah, of course, Italy had a smooth group stage. 100% record. They defeated everybody that came across that way, and led by one man called Roberto Mancini. He was able to play every player he brought for the Euros. Including the two goalkeepers. He has played because he was allowed to feel the pulse of playing Euros. Same thing happened to him during his old days that he didn't play, but he eventually joined the team to actually win the World Cup. So now we are seeing Roberto Mancini is a fantastic coach, and he has led Italy. He led Italy through the group stages, defeating every single team that came across them. Now, of course, they'll be playing against Austria, and of course, I see Italy winning that's a particular clash. Wales, Denmark, certain Christian Eriksen will not be there due to his cardiac arrest. We thank God that he actually survived that. And he has a defibrillator in his heart now. He will not be playing. Wales, Denmark. I still see Denmark winning Wales. No, I still Wales. Because the likes of
was this guy, Gareth Bale, Aaron Ramsey. They have been very terrific for Wales, no doubt about it. But it's certain Denmark who they want to actually give their best. They want to play for Christian Eriksen. I am very, very sure they want to go there and prove to the world that yes, even without Christian Eriksen, we can actually deliver the goods and qualify.
My money is on Wales.
My money is on Denmark.
Okay, Netherlands, Czech Republic is a straight one for me. Netherlands.
Don't take it away from Czech Republic. I saw their game against England. For me, they played better, but they couldn't convert their chances in that particular one.
So if you play football and you don't score, so you're as good
they
as...
have a good squad. They have a good
so it's not about having a good
squad.
Yeah, it's not about having a good squad. It's by converting your chances.
But let me just also stick to
I stick with the Netherlands.
Sweden versus Ukraine. Ukraine qualified through the back door as one of the best losers in that particular one. Shevchenko should be proud of his boys. But Sweden, Ukraine, for me, I'll go for Sweden. They have been also been terrific.
Sweden.
Yes,
and we'll have loved to see Ibrahimovic, but of course he picked up an injury and he could not make it. So for the Euros. Then France, Switzerland. It's going to be a dicey one. But be as it may, I'm still picking
the world champions will win.
The world champions.
The world champions will win.
Switzerland, they're not that bad. But if we saw what Hungary did to France.
There was a thorn in the flesh for.
Yes. So there are some countries that will make things. They can make things very difficult. Switzerland is a country that will make things difficult for France. But France will, at the end of the day, overcome the Swiss.
All these matches will come up live from Saturday. Today and tomorrow will be resting day, while the teams will be preparing, making
to travel.
To travel
because
to their various.
This Euros is not staged in one
country.
In one country.
Different centers.
But the finals will be in Wembley.
Of course, the finals will be in Wembley.
So before we leave as well, our Nigerian league as well continues this week, and yesterday there was a game between Enyimba and the Abia Warriors. The match could not finish because of heavy downpour from the Okigwe Stadium in Imo State. And the game continued today, 8 a.m. And it has been concluded and Enyimba won that game by a long goal that was scored yesterday at the Okigwe Stadium. So this week, of course, action will continue across the country at the MPFL. And there is going to be a beautiful weekend where we'll see the table changing.
Just before we go, at the Copa America, Brazil defeated Colombia by 2-1. The match was played early hours of today, and later today, this night, we see Bulgaria play Hungary in that particular one at the ongoing Copa America. This is the package for today, Jide.
Yeah, so this is where we draw the curtains for today's program, and we hope you enjoyed every bit. I am Olushola Olujide.
So we'll come your way, same time, same station next week. By God's grace, I am Olawale, and I said have a blessed week. Bye-bye for now, and God bless.
Bye.
When one is horrible, it means that there is nothing that is objectively good and progressive that will come out of such individual.
If you have been convicted of an offense before and you have been pardoned, and anybody is trying to bring that up